Here's something else. Harrison Bader will start the year on the IL with a strained left oblique. Yanks cannot catch a break this spring. Bader was hurt most of last year and played only 14 games for the Yanks in the regular season after they acquired him from St. Louis at the trade deadline. How big of a blow, Dani, is it losing Harrison Bader for this Yankees team?
Yeah, it's a really big one. And I think actually the biggest one for me is the intangible side of it, is the chemistry that he's built already in the outfield. If you guys have seen, I've seen the clips that they've been showing. You're seeing Aaron Judge getting along with him. You're seeing the outfielders. But Judge is even talking about him, right? And you can just kind of see that build up. The defense for me, secondly, is the most important. You got a guy who knows how to play center field, right? So Aaron Judge can play his natural position in right field, doesn't have to move over, can maintain those legs a little bit, maintain the power that we know Aaron Judge to have. So for me, the defense and the chemistry, that is a giant loss. That's going to shake a lot of things up. The bat for me is irrelevant. It's the defense. This guy plays all out, and that's what they need in center field.
Hard to find good center fielders or legit center fielders in Major League Baseball. Bader was one of them. Unfortunately, now he's banged up yet again. So, Ant, what should the Yankees outfield then look like on opening day?
Well, look, I know there's been a lot of hand-wringing over the idea of Aaron Judge potentially playing some left field, but I think he should move back to center while Bader is healing. And so I would put Judge in center, Giancarlo Stanton in right, although I know there's pause there to playing him in the cold weather of April because he is susceptible to injury. And then, whatever mishmash in left you want, Hicks, Cabrera, Esteban Florial, if he's actually going to make the team, and the Yankees are ever going to actually give him a real chance to show something in the major leagues. I think he's played 20-plus games in the bigs so far. So, but they've got some options.
Yeah, Esteban Florial is also out of minor league options, so they're going to have to make a decision on him anyway. I think Cabrera in left. I like everything else. Judge in center, Stanton in right. But also, Jurickson and Profar are still out there. I think that would be a really good addition. I just do think they need some sort of insurance there. They've done the Hicks experiment over and over and over, and I think at this point it's time to cut your losses there.
Yeah, Oswaldo Cabrera, for me, he's going to be the guy. I think he should slot in there. He has the experience. Let him come in. Judge slot over to center field, and then Giancarlo Stanton maybe can play out there. I don't love Aaron Hicks. I think you've said that before, too. I don't love him out there. I don't know if I trust him anymore. I want to root for that guy, but the outfield, that's the thing. You saw in the offseason how hard it was to find good guys to play those positions, and now you're going to have to reshuffle a little bit. So that's how I would play the outfield if Bader's out.
Here's the problem they had. They were thin going in because they didn't address left field, okay? So I like Cabrera as a player, too, but he's not an everyday left fielder. Aaron Hicks is, by many accounts, washed, although Brian Cashman doesn't seem to think so. So they were thin going in, and then you add Giancarlo Stanton on top of it where, to your point, Ant, he's a liability. Yeah, they want to play him in the outfield, but it's too cold out. He might get a boo-boo and be out for 4 weeks. You got to be kidding me with John. Is he going to play the outfield or not, especially now that they need him? And then you have Aaron Judge, who's great wherever he is. He's the best right fielder, could play some center. But you worry about keeping him healthy, too, because they need his bat. The wear and tear, whether they put him in left in a spacious left field or center field, wouldn't that concern you with Judge over the long haul?
A little, Sal, but just the fact that he just beat one of the hallowed records of baseball history last year while also moving around in the outfield, I feel like he can handle it. We're at the front end of the mammoth contract that he signed over the winter, not the back end where you have to start doing care and feeding of Aaron Judge. So I think he'd be fine playing a lot of center field this year if that's what it comes down to. Look, he's an athlete. He's a great outfielder, and I think he's good anywhere. Center field is obviously not his top position. Right field is, but I thought he was pretty good in center for the time that he played in it last year. So to me, he's the easy solution here. Right. I don't know what the other alternative is.
Well, I kind of agree. I do believe that Judge takes care of his body and he can play center. That said, if he does get hurt, people are going to look at Cashman and say, well, this is actually your fault because you should have made the moves to make sure that this didn't happen. So it's a big risk for the Yankees to take.
Yeah, I think Yankees fans think everything is Brian Cashman's fault.